Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Inner Light Ministries. Welcome to our virtual Sunday gathering that we have. I'm Reverend Deborah Johnson, Rev D. Always a pleasure to be with you. Let's just take a breath. Let's just take a breath. And in this breath, we set a deep intention to be present, to be awake, aware, alive, available. This thing called life is in session. All right. It is not a spectator sport at all. And it's a come as you are party. You don't have to be a particular something, believe a particular something. Just come directly as you are. We are open, radically inclusive, people from all different walks of life, persuasions, sexual orientations, gender identities, racial identities, family structures, political affiliations or not, and all of the above, all of the above. And we're not fooled by the appearances. We're not fooled just because we come in all these different shapes and sizes and packages. We know that we're all still part of the only thing that is. We're all still part of the divine. That's who we are. That's who we be. And we come here to just work it out. And woo, when you take a look at what's going on in our society, we need that right now. We need to be able to figure out that there's room enough for all of us. And if we can't do it in our own individual hearts, we're never going to be able to do it at a collective level. So at Inner Light, we come here for that purpose. We come here to heal, to grow, to transform, to embody universal spiritual principles so that we can, in fact, bring forth that beloved community. We embody spiritual oneness. We appreciate the individualized expressions, and we honor all paths that are leading to spiritual truth, that are leading to justice and equality, that are leading to planetary regeneration, sustainability. So, welcome. One of the things we do at Inner Light is we offer tools. It's not enough to just talk about something, we have to be able to put it into practice. Okay. And one of the tools that we offer every week are affirmative activations. These are 100 words to repeat, to embody, to let them recalibrate you. They're like a tuning fork that gives us a tone that we can adjust ourselves towards. You might even think of them as a North Star that helps to guide our path. However, it is that you conceive it, I want you to come back to these and to repeat them often. It's the repetition that allows it to take some root deep down in our being, down in our soul. If you are able to, I invite you to repeat the affirmations with me as they appear on your screen. My appreciation makes things grow. My energy and attention makes things grow. My money and resources make things grow. My consciousness and support makes things grow. Affirmation, reconciliation, and determination makes things grow. What you appreciate, appreciates. I have the courage to show up for what I want to manifest. I back up my intent with action, my words, and deeds. No longer a voyeur of life, I'm an active participant. I make certain that the goodness of life multiplies. My essence is the greatest gift I have to offer. My time, talent, and treasures I graciously give. So let that sink in for a moment. Making things grow. Breathe it in. And I want you to see if there's something that is calling out to you. Something that's capturing your attention. Maybe it's, I back up my intent with action, my words with deeds. Maybe it's, my essence is the greatest gift I have to offer. Maybe it's, what you appreciate appreciates. Or my time, talent, and treasures I graciously give. Let's see if there's something that pulls you in. And whatever that particular something is, I invite you to give that a little bit of extra attention. The converse is also true. If there's something that you find resisting, something that's like, I'm not so sure, give that some attention too. Okay. Both of them have gifts for you. Let's take a breath. So to just help to set the tone, the mood, kind of prepare our consciousness as we talk about making things grow, I'm inviting in one of our friends and colleagues, no stranger to the Inner Light community or the broader New Thought movement as a whole. So many people sing her chants and her songs. Karen Drucker.
Thank you. I want to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. 'Cause I'm so grateful. So grateful. Oh, grateful. I'm so grateful. So I want to say thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. Now thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this I wanna say thank you. So I'm so grateful. So grateful. So grateful. So grateful. So grateful. So grateful. I'm so grateful. I wanna say thank you. And just thank you. I wanna say thank you. Thank you. Cause I'm so grateful. Yeah. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I wanna just say thank you now. Just thank you now. 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 Each and every day I'm gonna say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Let's breathe that in. Thank you, Karen. Today we're talking about making things grow. Making things grow. Just think about this for a minute. Everything grows. Nothing stays the same. And not only does it grow, but that growth is always more of whatever it is that it is. Now, I know that may seem like I'm doubting your intelligence, but so often we forget that. We forget that unless we do something else, then whatever it is that we're doing, whatever it is that we have, we're just going to get more of that. It isn't even like you have to do something to get more of it. It's almost like we do something, we set it into motion, and we think that's it. Like, unless we come back and deliberately multiply it, that it's like one and done. But that's not how life works. Everything keeps multiplying. It's like a rippling effect. You know, like you drop a pebble in a container of water or something, and that energy, it's like it keeps ripple and it ripples and it ripples and it ripples. You don't have to keep dropping more pebbles in the water. And the ripple keeps getting larger the further out that it goes. Listen to what I'm saying. It isn't like there's a boom, a big splash, and then as it goes out, those ripples are smaller. Think of those implications. It's the other way around. Like there's the splash, and then the ripples keep getting bigger. Whoa. Think about what that means for us in terms of consciousness. Wow. It puts an extraordinary responsibility on us for the things that we put into motion. Everything multiplies. So we can use this to our advantage. And when we aren't conscious of it, it's used to our disadvantage. We're in, as you are well aware, a very contentious electoral cycle right now, as we're coming close to the 2024 election. And the news, the media, the ads, it's on. There's no question that it's on. And throughout this election, we've been able to see momentum shift and change. People's attitudes shift and change. Okay. This is important for us to see, not just from a political standpoint, but I use these as examples because it's a collective experience that we're all in at the same time. So it gives us a shared experience from which to see things. I had the privilege of going to a Harris Waltz rally in the Las Vegas area when Waltz, within a week or so of him getting on the ticket. It was just an extraordinary event. It was an extraordinary event. And it wasn't the politicians that made it so extraordinary. It was the people. Listen to what I'm saying. It was 106 degrees. We're out there for like maybe an hour just trying to get in. About 12,000 made it in. Another 4,000 were turned away because it was just too hot out there. It was at the main stadium at University of Nevada, Las Vegas. It was a religious experience. And I say that from the standpoint of it was the communion of the people. So we're out there in this hot sun. Nobody's complaining. Tempers aren't flaring. People from all kind of backgrounds, ethnicities, I mean, you name it. And there was a joy in the air that was infectious. It really was. People are talking to each other. Everybody's very well cared for. The campaign went way out of its way to make sure there were, water, bottles of water, Gatorade, snacks. When you got closer, even ice cream bars if you wanted it, and water inside. Everything free. Everything free, right? And when I was in the line, I got teary-eyed. I got teary-eyed because in my bones, I felt like this was the world that I always knew was possible. And I thought about being a little girl and the seeds that were being planted then. That not only was it possible for all of us to come together around the common vision, but it could be possible that there could be a world that could embrace someone like me. Kamala looks like my mother's sister. She always has. And it's like I've never said that before, but it just amazes me. She looks like my aunt and one of her daughters, one of my cousins. The laugh, the mannerisms, it's kind of eerie, really. My auntie was a little bit more understated, but definitely the laugh, all of it. My mom would have been 99 years old yesterday. And I know that the world that I'm saying that I imagined was a world that she had imagined before me and her mother before her, and on and on. If you saw that movie Hidden Figures that had the Black women who were basically called the computers, they did all the mathematical calculations and whatnot for NASA. My mother could have been one of them. Literally, she could have been, considering her academic background and how scholarly she was, and all. She could have very well been one of them. and what it takes for us to grow and to develop and to shift. The shifts that happen when we're healing in consciousness aren't shifts into something else. They're shifts into what it is that we really are and getting over the blocks. People being able to get together, to come together, to have a vision. We are by nature communal, tribal. This is the way that we show up. And if we don't put blocks on it, if we don't put artificial restrictions and identities and hierarchies and all of the rest of that, then there's room enough for everybody to just be whatever it is that they are in a joyous celebration of one another. Whatever it is that we give our attention to grows. So if we give our attention to the equality, that's what grows. If we give our attention to the hierarchies, that's what grows. Okay. If we give our attention to the kindness and the compassion that we can have for one another, that's what grows. But if our attention goes on divisiveness and competition and contrast and comparison, that's what grows. So up until this energetic shift that we started feeling when Joe Biden stepped out of the race and passed things on to Kamala, there was a lot of doom and gloom and just this kind of foreboding sense of loss. And it felt like I was spending all my time just trying to tell people, have some hope, heart open, possibility, engagement. Just keep your heart open, stay in possibility consciousness, stay engaged. Keep the hope alive. You don't need something external. Okay. So this political shift that we're feeling that's happening now, energetically, like in the air, there are certain things that have happened, but they're not causative. Okay, just getting somebody on the ticket isn't causative. It's catalytic. Okay, it unleashes something. The hope, the joy, the vision, pain pushes until vision pulls. And to see a society not being pushed by pain so much anymore, but being pulled by vision, it's quite the sight. And it's ours to do at any time. Listen to what I'm saying. At any time. What I'm talking about here isn't like a political statement. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be a Dalai Lama. It could be a Martin Luther King. It could be a Gloria Steinem. I mean, it could be almost any like external figure or catalyst that feels like has propelled the moment. It's like Coretta Scott King said about her husband. She said, Martin didn't make the movement made Martin. This is us. Everything about you makes things grow and multiply. Your time, your attention, your talents, your words, your thoughts, your emotions, all of it. That's good news. Whew! And that can be some bad news. But it's good news when we're conscious about it. It's good news when we're conscious about it. What kind of seeds are you planting? What kind of harvest are you reaping? So remember, the same things that are true on the individual level are also true on the collective level. Okay, the collective is the individual supersized, and the individual is a microcosm of the collective. So I've been talking about it in the collective, but the same thing is true on the individual level as well. Pain pushes until vision pulls. Pain pushes until vision pulls. And you don't need to wait for some savior, some hero, some external thing to give you permission for you to start redirecting your attention, for you to start saying, this is where I want to put my mind, and this is what it is that I want to have grow. I always find it interesting that most people are able to articulate far more clearly what they don't want than what they do. Okay. We spend more time complaining about the things that we don't want to have happen, what's gone wrong, what's in the way, what we have to get rid of, all of the rest of that. But we don't spend near as much time talking about what we do want. What is that vision? Nurturing it, sharing it. What you appreciate appreciates. What you appreciate appreciates. So things are going to grow anyway. What makes it, what becomes like the fertilizer for it, the nutrients for it, the things that like really makes it pop is our gratitude, is appreciation. Being consciously aware and being deliberate in our actions and being grateful. Not just grateful at the end when everything turns out okay, but an attitude of gratitude which sets the stage. Gratitude produces a possibility consciousness. Okay. And that's infectious. You know, with children can really pick up what the adults around them are thinking and feeling, particularly what the adults around them are thinking or feeling about them. And so often what winds up happening is that the children emulate whatever level of expectation the adults around them have for them. In an environment where the adults are supportive, encouraging, building up self-esteem, planting seeds of hope and possibility, we find that a lot of times these kids will rise up to that. Okay? They'll try a little harder. They will believe a little bit more. And for the ones that don't get that kind of extra support, that don't get those nurturing and encouraging ideas, or even being told you're stupid, you're worthless, you're never going to amount to anything, your daddy wasn't anything, your mama wasn't anything, you ain't going to be anything, that kind of negative talk that sinks in someplace. Okay. And that becomes a seed within that kid, and they wind up nurturing that seed, and that's the seed that grows. We have to be really careful, really, really careful to make sure that the things that come out of our mouth, that's what we want to see. And that's what we want to see more of. That the thoughts that we think, these are the thoughts that we want to see manifest. These are the thoughts that we want to see coming back to us. These are the things that we want to see multiply. So this gratitude, not only does it nurture things and makes them grow, but the gratitude shifts our relationship to it. The gratitude enables us to see value in things that we otherwise might not have seen any value in. So often, if something doesn't meet our expectations, or it's not in alignment with how we think that it ought to be, we discount it. We trash it. We bad mouth it. We devalue it. We dismiss it. But in doing so, we miss the jewels. Okay, we don't like that particular circumstance or condition. So I'm busy trying to push it out of my life. Maybe it caused me pain, or it caused me a lot of aggravation, like in my life. But you know what? Within that, there's going to be some pearl. There's going to be some pearl of wisdom. There's going to be some pearl of strength, the strength that was developed in the overcoming of this. That the things that we often would shy away from, when we look back, we realize those were the portals that going through put us in new lands of possibilities. The very things that I hated to go through, I wouldn't want to go through them again necessarily, but I don't want to trade who I've become having gone through them. I don't want to trade that. So even the heartaches, the heartbreaks, the hard times, they make us grow. They make us grow. And once again, they make us grow into what we already are. They make us grow into that potential that's deep within us that we just haven't tapped into. That it took that circumstance or that condition to push us. It kind of reminds me of what happens with eagles. I used to hear it as that the mother eagle would push the baby out of the nest. Well, it isn't so much that she literally pushes him out the nest, but what the mother eagle does is bit by bit pull out the cushion, pull out the stuffing, so that the only thing that's left in the nest are the prickly limbs that were holding the leaves and the things, those making it cushy. The mother eagle just makes it a little less cushy, a little less comfortable, so that it motivates the little eagle to get up on out of there and fly. Or the chick that winds up being cramped up in its egg, and it has to break free, okay, because it can't stay in that little tight spot anymore. Okay? So let the growth in your life be for gladness. Okay? It growing away from what you had been before is not a detour. Okay? Because the new growth may actually be taking you back to the more original you. You go into recovery. Yes, sobriety is growth, but sobriety was your natural state to begin with. So you're just, you're growing, but you're looping back into the real you. Do you want to be the real you? Be not conformed to this age, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Seeing things differently, affirming the truth about you, keeping your energetic vibration high and being pulled by vision and not pushed by pain. It's possible for us on the individual level and the collective level. The only thing standing in the way is our willingness. That's it. Our willingness. Are you willing? That's the only question Jesus ever asked anybody. Will you be whole? Not how'd you get there? What's wrong? Who did what to whom? How many times has this mistake been made? No, just will you be whole? Will you be whole? And that's the question that's always before us. Will you be whole? The answer is yes. Let's turn with that. Let's pray. How grateful we are. How grateful we are for this thing called life. We wrap ourselves. We're engulfed. We are enveloped. We're leaning on the everlasting arms, rocking in the very bosom of the divine. And we say thank you. Thank you, Mother, Father, God, Spirit Almighty. The great I am that I am. By any name, still the same. We come humbled. We come ready, awake, aware, alive, and most especially available. We listen. We listen and we heed that inner calling that beckons to us always. That inner calling that says, come out, come out, come out from among them. You're in it, but you're not of it. There's something within that always says, I am more than this. More than eyes can see, more than tongues can tell. We are more than the appearances. Understanding that, we let our attention, we let our love, we let our nurturance, we let our gratitude, let this divinity within us, to let it shine, to allow it to be magnified and multiplied in the world. Its essence can neither be increased or decreased. It just is. But we let it out. We let it out. We don't keep it buried under excuses and stories, guilt, shame, if I woulda, coulda, shouldas. No. No. Here we are. Each and every one of us, uplifting each other up, seeing the best and the highest, holding each other in sacred trust. This is what we do in this moment. And all of the talents and skills and creativity, all of the imagination, all of the power, all of the essence, all of the goodness within us. Oh, it's able to come into full orbed and full expression. Spirit's having a combustion with itself up in here. Thank you. Thank you for coming through as all needs met. Financially, emotionally, spiritually, physically, politically, socially, in every conceivable way. All needs met. Not just at some little baseline, but so that we're thriving, energetic, revitalized, enough to spend and to save and to share. We pray this for everybody all over the world. Peace be still. Enough food and water and clothing and shelter. Safety from harm. Community. Opportunity. Freedom to be. This is our prayer. This is our prayer. We are all one. From Sudan, Gaza, Israel, Boise, Idaho. It's just one of us here. Thank you, God. We breathe into this. We get out of the way. We allow it to be. And so it is. So it is. And we're praying community here. You see scrolling across your screen now. Ways that you can reach us, reach our prayer practitioners, hold you in consciousness. You can give us a call at 831-465-9090, extension 254. Or you can send us an email. number 4, and the word prayer at innerlightministries.com. Prayer practitioner will get back to you, full confidence. Nothing canned. We just stand with you in agreement for the highest and the best. And let it be. Thank you. God is so good all the time. Yes, indeed. We're so happy to be here with you, for you to be joining us, and we invite you to participate with us in spiritual community. Check out our calendar. You can always see the things that are going on. Some are virtual, some are in person, some are a little combination of both. I want to remind you that the Inner Light offering that we have at the first of the month, every month, is not going to be this coming first. It won't be on September 1st. That's Labor Day. And we know a lot of people are going to be out of town. So we're going to be meeting on the 8th, September the 8th, at the Resource Center for Nonviolence, where we meet from 3 to 5, typically the first Sunday of the month. So come, we're going to be doing some singing and dancing and a lot of our old favorite chants and get grounded. We're going to have a really, really good time. So please, if you're around in the Santa Cruz area, check us out. And don't forget, once again, if you are in the Santa Cruz area, that we have a food bank that every Thursday at noon, just like a farmer's market, pushing out thousands of pounds of fresh fruits and vegetables and canned goods, breads, all of the rest of that, all free. So whether it's for yourself, partake for someone else, we welcome you to come and to share that bounty. We're so blessed to be in a bread basket. Yes. And speaking of circulating goods and resources, I want to say thank you for the contributions that you make to this ministry. This is our time of conscious giving, this time where we say thank you. Thank you to the divine for all the ways in which we've been blessed. And it's an opportunity for us to give back and to support the things that are happening in Inner Light Ministries. You'll see that there are different ways and opportunities for you to be able to do that. There's a QR code, takes you to a portal where you can use a debit, credit card, PayPal account. Encourage you to consider the recurring option with that. The same recurring option is available in the text to give at 831-231-0065. If you put that information in the first time go round, you can use debit cards, credit cards. You can even do straight ACH, just straight debit to an account of your choice as well. Once you put that information in, it's stored securely, and you just have to text the dollar amount next time go round. Cash App, if you're on our website, the donate button is right there. But I want you to really just be present with it in a moment, to feel, because something always calls us at these moments when we have this opportunity to circulate, to give, to say thank you. When we put our intention into it, it amplifies it. It makes it grow, like we were just talking about. And that growth that happens doesn't just happen with the ministry. It happens with you too. It happens with you too. Your generosity returns to you a thousandfold. Just breathe that in for a moment. So we're so glad that you've been able to spend this time with us. Those giving portals are going to show up in a minute as we close out here. But I want to invite you to subscribe to our YouTube, to follow us on social media, to like, to share. Come back to the affirmations again as we take this consciousness and multiply it.